Hey, what's up, guys? I just want to tell you that this video you're watching, it's just a clip. You could watch the full episode on our YouTube channel. Also, you could check the whole episode on all platforms where podcast streaming is available. Could you share with us, like your initial experience going into it? Was it everything you dreamed of, or like did you realize that hey, there's something different on how I pictured it in my mind?
Um, I went to, when I was on my journey, I developed a close friendship with all the dentists on the west side of Wichita. I was always going in and out of their offices. When I went to dental school, and when you lecture dental schools around the world, at least a quarter of the class has a parent, an uncle, a cousin, someone in the family is a dentist. It seems to be a very family oriented business. And so I really felt I knew it well. The things I didn't see coming were all the changes. Like, when I got out of dental school, I didn't own a computer. And then the practice management system all went from paper charge to digital. My gosh, the x-ray machine, I thought the greatest advancement of the Pano machine was when they changed the software so that the Pano would have an R on one side and an L on the other. I thought that was just like the
Yeah.
coolest thing that ever happened in radiography. But then they came out with a CBCT. The technology, lasers. Now, lasers, I wrote a very controversial article that laser stands for, does it stand for light amplification, stimulation, emission of radiation, or losing all savings equal reality? I've always felt lasers, the first 10 years, it was a $50,000 machine looking for a job that really didn't cash flow. But then the lasers fell down in price to you can get a great soft tissue laser for $2,500. So the technology keeps changing. The materials keep changing. When I was in school, it was still a full gold crown and an amalgam. And then the market switched to where they wanted tooth colored fillings. I never understood that because women decorate their whole body with silver and gold and wedding rings and earrings and nose rings and bracelets, but they decided they didn't want any of that in their mouth. Where I lived in the United States, I know it's different around the world. Africa, they love gold fillings and gold in their teeth. And in Africa, I watched a girl come in and get a gold filling on her tooth. There wasn't even there wasn't even a cavity there. She just wanted it there for looks. But in my market, they didn't want to do that. So, but that a whole cosmetic revolution came from the adhesive technology revolution. Bob Ibsen wrote a book, Adhesive Dentistry, and then started a company in Santa Maria, California called DenMat for dental materials. And it was that adhesion that kicked off this whole cosmetic revolution. And then there was an IT revolution that kicked off digital practice management, digital x-rays, digital everything. And so the technology that's around the corner. And I got to tell you, when I got out of school in 87, I got out of school in 87, started Dental Town in 99. Facebook didn't come out till 2004. So I can assure you that our young kids like yourself, in the next 20 years, there will be technologies that consume a major part of your life that haven't even been invented yet. And so you just got to kind of be ready. And that's where I felt being classically trained in business and getting my MBA, it really helped me to spot trends. Because if you look at the stock market from 1850, when they started Wall Street under a tree, to today, all the major activities and gains were all technology based. First it was the telegraph, then the telephone, then the car, the steamship. The whole thing was kicked off by the combustion engine, which at first was only used in the UK to pump water out of flooded coal mines. But as time goes by, every technology gets faster, easier, higher quality, lower price, and smaller. And finally, those combustion engines, those steam engines got so small, they would fit on a ship. And that opened up shipping. Then you got to the other side in the Americas, they started canals. So what you need to classically train yourself on is spotting technologies. You got to remember when the internet came out, it was AOL. And when I decided I wanted to talk to other dentists and be able to share an x-ray, a picture, and I just wanted to talk to my homies, nobody, not a single person agreed that it was a good idea. But selfishly for myself, I knew the importance for me of being able to post an x-ray and a photo and saying, hey, do you see 2 cavities or 3, or do you know what's wrong with your root canal? So the people who jump first on a new technology always make it's always a game changer. So, you know, when you're looking at a technology, like you don't know anybody who thinks they should go back and rev up the old telegraph or the telephone lines or the steam engine. So just keep looking at those new technologies. And when you see a new technology and you can see how it would change your life, regardless if no one else gets it or sees it or understands it or anything like that, that's where you got to move. Just jump on what's new. Jump on the automobile the minute you see Henry Ford roll out that Model T. You know the horse and buggy is going to contract and that automobile is going to expand. And right now, when I got out of school to today, I would say my average technique on how I do a root canal, filling, crown, whatever, probably only has a half-life of 5 years. And like, look at endo. Now there's all kinds of technologies where once you've found all the canals and worked it up to a 20, you can hook it up to a device that will clean out those canals.
Yeah.
And of course, the
Crazy.
first one's going to be like, you know, $80,000 and be real expensive, but give it a little time and it becomes faster, higher quality, easier, but lower cost and smaller. My gosh, the first intraoral camera I had was about the size of a refrigerator. It's called a Fuji Cam, and it was $500 sold by Patterson, and now you can get an intraoral camera for $2,500. Just keep an eye on technology, because that's what at the end of the day increases our productivity and makes us be able to provide more dentistry for a lower price to more people. And I always thought the mission of the dentist was keep one eye on the patient and one eye on cost, and then use your brain to drive down costs until everybody in the Philippines has the freedom to afford to keep their teeth.
Wow, look at that. You did it, man. You watch until the end of the video, which is so cool, and I love to hear your thoughts about it. So comment down below or follow us on all our social media platforms and tell us about what your thoughts are.